Before its steep drop last year, the price of gold had been on a steady surge, quadrupling since the early 2000s. For Colombia, the increased demand meant the arrival of big miners, hoping to capitalize on the country's gold bonanza. But with the increase of mining came an increase of pollution. In 2011, a UN investigation found Colombia to be among the world's top mercury polluters, pumping 50 to 100 metric tons of the toxic element into the environment. Some analysts blamed illegal mining. Government numbers showed over 80% of gold producers in Colombia had been mining without a license. Others said the multinationals' gold rush was to blame. Some miners, though, stopped looking for the culprit. Our correspondent Michelle Begue takes us to Colombia and shows us how they are protecting their livelihood, safeguarding the environment, and finding gold that's green.
If in any way our name is connected to our destiny, then Americo's fate was written at birth. Like the Italian Amerigo Vespucci, Americo Mosquera was born to be an explorer in the New World. In his native land, located in northern Colombia, Americo is searching for the element that made thousands of men before him wage battles. He is searching for gold.
Gold is something that is part of us. If we don't find gold, we fail.
Like his ancestors, Americo is a miner, but his gold has added value. It's a certified green gold because of the environmentally friendly practices used during the extraction.
We say it is green because we don't destroy the environment while taking out the gold. We don't use chemicals.
The certificate comes from the NGO Green Gold Corporation. Having one lets Americo sell gold at higher prices. Jewelers will pay the premium to advertise that their gold did not hurt the environment during extraction. The 15% premium that green gold receives is later saved up between the communities. This is a big incentive for 63-year-old María Belarmina Mosquera.
Cuando nuestros padres trabajaban, ellos nunca tuvieron un premio.
My parents never received a fair price for their gold. With green gold, we work, and what we sell, we get a little extra money, something our parents never had.
In the municipality of Tadó, 80% of the families are devoted to mining on their collectively owned lands, without using heavy machinery, but just a small portion is following the Green Gold Initiative. But with a boom in mining that started incrementing 2 decades ago, larger operations have come to the region. Gold and platinum are taken in large quantities in a short amount of time, with an excavator that can bring devastating consequences to the environment. According to a study conducted by Colombia's National University, 40% of Chocó is deforested, and mining isn't the only problem. Trees are cut down for legal and illegal logging, as well as small-scale agriculture and cattle ranching. The excavator rips through the ground to take out earth that may have gold and platinum elements. Mercury is used in the process to isolate gold, and if not careful, it contaminates the air, water, and soil. According to a 2011 United Nations study, Colombia is one of the world's top mercury polluters per capita from mining. Many activists have demonstrated in Bogotá against illegal mining practices. They believe that it threatens to destroy Colombia's rich environment. Luis Álvaro Pardo, an economist and former director of mines in the Colombian ministry, says all is not lost. Colombians do have laws to protect these lands. It is important to keep things in perspective.
Todos los impactos en minería.
Mining causes environmental destruction, and in most cases it can't be undone. Even if a company has all the resources in the world, if it contaminates the water source of a river with mercury, that process is irreversible.
O contamina un río con mercurio, esos son procesos que son irreversibles.
This mine was abandoned days ago. At first sight, it's hard to know whether or not the water found in the ditches is contaminated, but most people who live around here know that if there was machinery used at the mine, there is most likely mercury in the water. Luis Hernando Murillo Mosquera is a leader of Tado's community council called Azocasan. He admits many poverty-stricken families decide to rent out their land to private miners, some of them illegal, in the hope that they can make fast money.
We are the victims in this whole process. We own the land, but the people who bring in the machinery make the rules for how the gold is extracted.
The men and women waiting around the excavator are the artisanal miners who look for gold in areas abandoned by machines or wherever they are currently digging. Sometimes they wait whole days and find nothing. Today, there was no luck. Luis Fermín Palomino is 60 years old and has been working in mines since he was a child.
The biggest piece of gold that I have found was this big.
His mine is called Mi Lucha, My Fight in Spanish, and today he works with 10 neighbors in the Green Gold organization. He doesn't use chemicals and takes care of his land after he mines.
After 2 or 3 years of mining, we tried to level the land. Then we started planting things like sugarcane. See those trees there? I planted those.
Luis Fermín says he makes about $150 on a good week after taking out the costs of gasoline for the water pump. Production of this certified fair trade and fair mined gold is overall low. In 2011, 377 families of green gold only produced 15 pounds of gold. That isn't even close to 1% of Colombia's annual production. Americo says this challenge is what makes it hard to convince his neighbors to join the program.
It can be a great program because we're taking care of the environment, but some of our neighbors are more worried about making money, and fast.
But the negative comments haven't deterred Americo from planting what he calls the seeds of oxygen.
We are planting seeds of oxygen, not just for us, but for the whole country.
In mining, being sustainable and environmentally friendly is hard work, and maybe it's a job that few will do. But if anyone is a forward thinker, it's Mr. Mosquera. After all, his name is Americo, and being a visionary is his destiny.